In this video, we will see when do we call two lines to be parallel. So, parallel lines, like if you have two lines like this is one line, this is second line, okay? So, we call them as parallel line, okay? It may be like this, two lines. These are parallel lines. So, what it means, these lines are never intersecting each other. They don't touch each other at any point. So, direction may be any. Like it may be here, it may be like this. Okay, so this is how you visually see and say that the lines are parallel or not. But when it comes to mathematically, suppose I say that first line is y1, its equation in slope intercept form is this, and you have second line y2, its equation in slope intercept form is this. So how do you say that these lines are parallel or not? So one thing is draw the figure for both the lines and then check if they are intersecting at any point or not. Another way is you can find the slope of both the lines and compare. Okay, so if we find the slope of line 1, let me call it as say slope 1. Okay, slope 1, and we calculate the slope of line 2, that is slope 2. So what is the slope? Yes, it is the coefficient of x. So for first line, the slope will be m1. And for the second line, again the coefficient of x, it will be m2. So depending upon these slopes, we say that these two lines are parallel if slope 1 is equal to slope 2. That is, if m1 is equal to m2, we say that the lines are okay. So if someone asks you, they give you two equations of line, they ask you if the lines are parallel or not. So what you have to do, find the slope of both the lines and check if it's same, the lines are parallel. If not same, the lines are not parallel. Let's consider an example to understand it well. So suppose you have these equations, two equations of line. This is first equation, y equal 3x over 2 minus 5, and the second equation of line as y equal 3x over 2 plus 3 over 2. So what you have to do, first thing you have to do is find the slope. So y is equal to 3x over 2 minus 5. So when you write down the slope of first line, which is m1, we denote it by m1. What is it? This is the coefficient of x. So coefficient of x is 3 over 2. Remember, do not write x here because slope is always coefficient of x. Similarly, considering the second line, y equal 3x over 2 plus 3 over 2. If you calculate the slope here, let us denote it by m2. Again, checking what are the numbers with x, that is the coefficient, what we get, 3 over 2. Okay, so you see that it's same. So you have to present your answer. You say that slopes m1 is equal m2 is equal 3 over 2, which implies that lines are parallel. So it is must to mention that the lines are parallel. Okay, let's take another example. So they may ask you a question like check if the following lines are parallel. So again, you have to do the same thing. What you will do, check the coefficient of x in both the lines to get your slope. So this is your first line, this is your second line. Slope of the first line that you denote by m1 is 3. What is the slope of second line? Which is the coefficient of x, it's 2. So what you see here, slopes, that is m1, is not equal to m2. So if it is not equal, you simply say lines are not parallel. Okay, and this completes your solution because they ask you only to check if the lines are parallel or not. Okay, moving on to next question. They may ask you, prove that. It means you have to show that the lines are parallel. So it means that the lines are parallel, you just need to show the process that these are parallel. So consider the lines. Okay, so for this line, what is the slope? Let me denote it by m1. Yes, it is the coefficient of x, which is 2. For the second line, if I ask slope, m2, which is again the coefficient of x. So it is 2. So what you see here, m1 is equal to m2 is equal to 2. So this implies that the given lines are parallel. Okay.